Solving system of equations using elimination method. We call this elimination method because we have to eliminate a variable first to solve for the other one. You may decide what to eliminate, either x or y, depending on the situation, whichever is easier to cancel. Let us have an example. For you to eliminate a variable by adding, they must have the same coefficient but different sign. Let us see the coefficient of each variable. So for variable x, we have positive 6 and negative 1. And as you can see, they are different. Now let's look for y. For y, we have positive 4 and negative 4, the same coefficient with different sign. So when we add this to positive 4 plus negative 4, it will give us 0. Therefore, we can eliminate y. So let's start with eliminating a variable. Let's add this equation. Positive 6x plus negative x will give us positive 5. Since the coefficient of this is negative 1, so it's 6 plus negative 1. Since our goal is to eliminate a variable, positive 4y plus negative 4y, it will be cancelled because it will be equal to 0. You do not have to write 0. Then 8 plus 12 will give us positive 20. Since we have eliminated already the variable y, therefore we are solving now for the variable x. So to solve for the variable x, we have to leave x alone. Therefore, this positive 5 must be cancelled. To cancel it, just divide both sides by positive 5. Then, cancel. 20 divided by 5 will give us positive 4. So the value of x is equal to positive 4. And then, for the second step, we have to solve for the other variable. Since we have solved for x, therefore, in the second step, we will solve for y by using the value that we have obtained here. We will use x is equal to positive 4. Then, choose any of these two equations. You can use the first equation or you can use the second equation. Both will give you the same answer. So let us try equation number 1. So let us try the first equation. 6x plus 4y equals 8. Using this value of x, we will remove x in this equation and change it with positive 4. After that, multiply 6 times 4 will give us 24. Then just copy 4y equals 8. Then, since we are solving for y, we have to leave y alone on this side. Transpose this term to the other side. Positive 24, when you transpose to the other side, it will change sign. So positive 24 will become negative 24. Then combine it with positive 8. 8 minus 24 will give us negative 16. Bring down 4y. After that, we have to leave y alone here. Therefore, we need to cancel this positive 4. To cancel, just divide both sides by positive 4. Cancel. Then negative 16 divided by 4 will give us negative 4. Therefore, the solution of this system of linear equations is 4 and negative 4. 4 for the value of x and negative 4 for the value of y. Another example, we have negative 3x minus 4y equals negative 5. And 12x minus 3y equals negative 18. Let us proceed in eliminating a variable. But before we can eliminate, let us observe their coefficient. For variable x, we have negative 3 and 12. And for variable y, we have negative 4 and negative 3. As you can see, none of the two variables has the same coefficient. So before we can eliminate, we have to make them the same. You may decide whether you will eliminate x or y. After that, we may use multipliers. Think of a number that you can multiply to a certain term to make it the same with the other one. Since I want to eliminate x, my goal is to make negative 3x the same with 12x. Therefore, I have to multiply the whole equation 1 to positive 4. Take note that you need to multiply it to each term, to negative 3x, negative 4y, and negative 5, not only to negative 3x. So the value of the equation will not change. Let us start. Negative 3x times positive 4 will give us negative 12. Negative 4y times 4 will give us negative 16y. And negative 5 times positive 4 will give us negative 20. Then just copy the second equation. We have 12x minus 3y equals negative 18. Now you look at x. As you can see, they are already the same coefficient with different sign. So we may proceed in adding them. Negative 12 plus positive 12 will give us 0, so cancel. Then negative 16 plus negative 3y will give us negative 19y. And negative 20 plus negative 18 will give us negative 38. Now, since we have eliminated the variable x, we are now solving for y. So to solve for it, we have to remove this negative 19 by dividing them both sides to negative 19. Cancel negative 19, then 38 divided by negative 19, they are both negative, therefore the answer will be positive. So 38 divided by 19 is equal to positive 2. Therefore, the value of y is equal to positive 2. Since we already have the value of one of these two variables, we may proceed to step 2. Let us solve the other variable by using the value that we have obtained for y. Again, you may use any of these two equations. I want to use equation 1 since, as what I can see here, it has lesser value compared to the second equation. But if you want to use second equation, no problem, you will still get the same value for x. Okay, now from here, we will change this variable y into positive 2. So we'll have 4 times 2. Just bring down negative 3x and negative 5. Then multiply this. 4 times 2 will give us negative 8. After that, since we are now solving for x, we have to transpose negative 8 to the other side. Negative 8, when you transpose, since it's negative, it will change sign and it will become positive 8 on the other side. Combine it with negative 5. Then just bring down this negative 3x. Negative 5 plus 8 will have positive 3. Copy negative 3x. After that, we are not yet done. Since we are solving for x, then it means we have to eliminate this negative 3. To cancel it, just divide both sides by negative 3. Okay, then cancel. 3 divided by negative 3 will give us negative 1. Therefore, the value for x is negative 1. So the solution for this system of linear equations is negative 1 and 2. Negative 1 for x and positive 2 for y. In this third example, no coefficient is the same. So decide what variable to cancel, then multiply the equation to a number to make them the same. Example, I want to eliminate variable x. So 3x and 2x must have the same coefficient. To do that, I have to multiply negative 2 to the first equation and positive 3 to the second equation, so that both of the coefficient of x will become 6. Then I use negative 2 to the first equation because what we need is the same coefficient with different sign. So I decided to include the negative sign in the first equation. So now let's proceed in multiplying them. So 3 times negative 2 will have negative 6. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4y. 19 times negative 2 is negative 38. And then, for the second equation, you have to multiply each term by 3. 2x times 3 will give us 6x. Negative 3y times 3 will give us negative 9y. And 4 times positive 3 will give us positive 12. So now, as you can see, the coefficient of the variable x are the same, and they have different sign. We may now proceed in adding them. Negative 6 plus positive 6x, it will be cancelled since it will give us the result of 0. Then, negative 4y plus negative 9y will give us negative 13y. And negative 38 plus 12, just subtract them, copy the sign of the larger number, we'll get negative 26. So since we have eliminated the variable x, we are now solving for y. So we have to cancel this negative 13. To cancel, just divide both sides by negative 13. Cancel. Then negative 26 divided by negative 13, they are both negative, so you may cancel the negative sign. It will give us a positive 2. So y is equal to positive 2. Okay, since we already have the value of one of these two variables, we may proceed to the second step. Let us solve for the variable x. Again, you may use any of these two equations. So for this example, I will use the second equation. 2x minus 3y equals 4. Again, please remember that you will get the same answer even if you will substitute this y equals 2 to the first equation or to the second equation. Okay? Now, let's use the second equation, 2x minus 3y equals 4. Change the variable y into 2. So, we'll have 2x minus 3 times 2 equals 4. Then solve. So, 3 times 2 will give us 6. Then after that, leave x because we are solving for x. Therefore, we will transpose this negative 6 to the other side. Negative 6, when you transpose, will change sign and it will be positive 6. Then combine it with positive 4, you will have positive 10. Just bring down 2x. After that, since we're solving for x, divide both sides by 2 to cancel 2. Now we only have x equals 5. Therefore, the solution for this system of linear equations is 5, 2. 5 for x and 2 for y. Solving system of equations using substitution method. To solve this system of linear equations by substitution method, the first step is solve one of the equations for one of the variable. You may decide if you want to solve for x or for y, or if you want to use first or the second equation. What I want to use is the second equation. Why? Because there is a variable here in the second equation that has no numerical coefficient, which is the variable y. Therefore, I can easily solve for y by just transposing this positive 4x to the other side. It will become negative 4x. Then after that, we have solved for y already. We will use this value of y to solve for the other variable, for the variable x. So let's see. For step 2, substitute for y and solve for x. Let us use the first equation to solve for x since we use equation 2 to solve for y. So we will use 2x minus 3y equals negative 2. Then change this variable y into 24 minus 4x. Change it with 24 minus 4x. Okay, bring down 2x, copy 3, then y, you remove it, change it with 24 minus 4x because that is what we have solved here. 24 minus 4x. Just bring down negative 2. After that, distribute. So we will multiply this 3 to 24 and to negative 4x. Okay, negative 3 times 24 and negative 3 times negative 4x. Let's see. So 2x just bring down. Then solve for 3 times 24 will have negative 72. Then negative 3 times negative 4 will give us positive 12. Since they are both negative, it will become positive. After that, bring down negative 2. Then solve for x. Combine like terms. We have like terms here. Both of them a variable x. 2x and 12x. So 2x plus 12x will give us 14x. Bring down negative 72 and bring down equals negative 2. Okay, after that, transpose this negative 72 to the other side so we can solve for x. We'll have positive 72. Combine it with negative 2, you'll have positive 70. Bring down 14x. After that, to remove this 14, divide both sides by 14. So 14 will be cancelled, then 70 divided by 14 will give us positive 5. Therefore, the value for x is equal to positive 5. Now, since we already have the value for x, we may solve for y. For step 3, substitute the value of x back into either equation. You may use equation 1 or equation 2. Since we have solved for y in the equation 2, we may just use this. Okay, so the variable x, which is equal to 5, let's just substitute it with this. Remove x and change it with 5. After that, simplify. 4 times 5 will give us 20. Therefore, when you combine it with 24, 24 minus 20 will give us positive 4. So now we have the value for y, which is equal to positive 4. Therefore, the solution of this system of linear equations is 5 and 4.